And we back, motherfuckers.
We are back.
This is the Bronx Project Podcast. I am your host, Mirez.
And I'm your host, Earl Gray.
And it's been a while since we've been saying this.
It's been a while since I said that name.
I forgot who I am.
Yeah, I forgot my stage name here. I was about to say Joshua again.
Bro, that would get me so tight.
I know.
It took me like 5 episodes to get you to call yourself Earl Gray.
I know, you might have to do the same
God
now.
damn
Not
it.
even because I'm refusing to, it's just I just not used to it now.
Fuck it, I'm Steven.
And I'm Josh. Oh, it's been a while, as you can tell.
This is season 2, episode 1.
Yep.
And
Yes,
and you know, it feels good.
it does.
I miss this. You know, sometimes you gotta jerk off with the right hand to get the feeling back with the left hand. I don't know about you, I jerk off with my left hand.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, that's pretty normal, and then I forget that you are a lefty.
I'm left-handed, yeah.
Yeah, see, it's been a while. I forgot the hand that you jerk off with on a normal basis.
Yeah,
It's
I
been a
mean, why would you know that?
Because you tell me,
Yeah,
and I know that you're left-hand dominant, and now it makes sense. It makes
does make
sense.
sense.
It all is
I'm
coming back
actually
to me.
like ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
There's a new word. I could jack it with both hands. Like,
You know what's funny about that word is that I'm always trying to say that word, and I'm always saying it wrong every time I say it.
ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous and
Yeah.
ambidextrous. Sometimes I just say.
Yeah. No, you said it right the first time. But I'm ambidextrous. Like, I'm not ambidextrous. I can only lift. I can only
You're
use
jacking
left hand.
it, ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
You're jacking it with
Either
both.
hand.
Either
However I
hand.
feel.
That's cool. Sometimes I use both.
Except like when I play baseball, I can only catch with my right hand. Like, I can't. That's not
That's
true.
good.
I can
That's a good
catch.
thing,
I
actually.
can catch with my left hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a much better catcher with my right hand.
That is good because you are a lefty.
Yeah.
So in baseball, you would be catching with your right hand
Yeah.
and throwing with your left.
Yeah.
Unless you want to throw like this. You know, the overhand.
Yeah.
Like, you ever tried throwing with your undominant hand? Your
I fucked that up.
inferior hand?
I fucked that up. I mean that I'm a better catcher with my left hand.
Okay, you
And
make
the
more
reason,
sense
yeah,
now.
the reason for that, the reason why that's weird, is because I'm a left-handed person, and I like we live in a right-handed world,
Yeah.
and I kind of feel like I was handicapped, and I had to play with everyone else's gloves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my pops was just like, "Yo, here's a fucking glove." I was like, "Dad, I'm left-handed." He was like, "For real? Since when?"
Since when? And why am I playing catch with you? I don't even know you.
I don't even like you.
And he fucking disappears into the dust. I'm like, oh shit.
I wonder where he is. I wonder if he's listening. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Dad. You probably live right next to him. That's the funny thing.
I heard he's off in Brooklyn somewhere.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
he'll be
He's like,
alright.
there's a rumor that he's in Brooklyn.
I heard a rumor. Nah, cause it's weird. Cause so for those of you who are following from season 1, you know that I moved into my grandparents retired to DR. I moved into their apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Took that shit over. Bogart, give me that shit. Fuck it.
Mine.
But that's also the neighborhood that I grew up in as a child. So frequently I'll have people coming up to me like, "Oh shit, I saw your dad." I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy. I haven't seen him in 6 years."
That's fucking wild. It's like, oh, if you see him again, tell him that he hasn't loved me in a long time.
Yeah.
And where is he? And he owes me money.
And then what's annoying to me is that, like, all right, my father's name is Julio.
Mm-hmm.
And since I was a kid, everyone in my block calls me Julito.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you've heard people call me that before.
Yeah, it's the common, you're the son,
Yeah.
so we're going to call you your dad's name.
Yeah, and put an Ito in it
In
because
it,
we're
huh?
tiny.
Uh-huh.
Even though I'm bigger than him, I'm taller than him. So it's whatever. But yeah, so I liked it when I was a kid. Because I was a kid, I've said it, you know, for those of you who followed from season 1, I wanted to be just like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was like 17, 18, I was like, yo, my dad's a piece of shit.
Ain't that everybody that grew up?
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing with me. Like, the whole thing with the little name is like, his name was Richie. They'll call him Richie, and they'll call me Little Richie.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Little Richie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm Little Richie. And then I grew up, I'm like, it's Josh.
I'm my own man.
I am my own man. Him and I are two different people.
Yeah.
Please refer me by my birth name.
You know, it's crazy that, like, you're nothing like your dad.
Nothing. I'm a lot like my dad, but I'm a lot nothing like my dad.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Yeah.
I think you guys got similar senses of humor.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, your dad is like me, a big kid.
Like a child, yes.
Yeah.
He's a big baby, but the thing is, he never grew up. So
Arrested Development.
Yeah. So he's still a big baby. He's still a big baby, and I'm grown up.
Richard Bluth. That's his new name.
Is it?
Bluth, no, because the Bluth family is from
Yeah,
Arrested
yeah,
Development.
I know.
So his new last name is Richard Bluth.
They came out with a new season.
I heard.
Yeah, I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah.
No.
I'm losing my faith in Netflix shows.
Me too.
I feel like, I don't know. I tried watching Sense8 and I didn't like it.
Was it good?
I didn't like it. I watched one episode and I'm like, all right, what the fuck? When are things gonna start happening?
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
That's true. And even Netflix movies. I was trying to watch a movie called A Titan. And I'm like, all right, this is going good. This is going good. And then the guy looks like a fucking fish. I'm like, nope. Is that supposed to be the next evolution of human beings? I don't want to be a part of it. Kill me now.
I try to watch Cloverfield Paradox. Is it Cloverfield?
Yeah, Cloverfield Paradox.
That shit was ass, bro. I don't even know. Like, I still can't tell you what the movie was about. Not because it was deep or like, you know, like insightful.
Yeah.
It was about a lot of nothing.
A lot of nothing.
A lot of nothing.
I was looking through Netflix and I'm like, I like sci-fi. Let me go maybe click on this movie. And I didn't click on that movie because it just sent a bad vibe towards me. Like, right. I'm like, Cloverfield Paradox. I'm like, nah, next. I'll just watch more of The Office again.
I tried watching it because I liked Cloverfield.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that movie.
Yes, has nothing to do with that movie.
It has nothing to do with that movie. Nothing.
Has zero things to do with that movie.
Why would you even name it that? That's misleading as shit.
That had nothing to do with the actual monster movie of Cloverfield.
And I remember there being like, what was it, Godzilla or some shit?
It's kind of like a Godzilla-looking type of motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, and that movie is just about time travel in space, kind of, whatever.
Bro, it's not.
You watched it.
It's not time travel. It's I think the Earth is like, you know, global warming and all that shit. Yeah. And they're trying to power like some sort of generator for clean energy, and they fuck up. And apparently create like a paradox, and they go into an alternate reality. I don't fucking know, dude. And then at the end, it's weird because at the end the monster does show up because they land back into Earth. Yeah. I'm sorry for spoiling it.
It's alright.
No, trust me, you don't want to watch this movie. The monster pops up out of the ocean and grabs them.
Is that the same monster from the Cloverfield movie?
I couldn't tell you. I was 10.
It is not then. You would remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, that all of that and your dad.
My point is
my dad never loved me.
You never saw Cloverfield with me, man.
I was 10. Where were you?
Not with me. So to get, it's been a while. What have we missed?
What we missed
to catch up?
Well, to start it off, we don't have beer. So like the beer of the week is the beer of the week. Like we both came out of the gym. The last thing we want to do is drink beer. But I did recently have a beer. I have a girlfriend, guys. Niggas first start with the beer.
No, because it's a story.
Okay.
Shit, bro.
I forgot how this podcast shit works. I'm like, just tell them the info.
No, man. I gotta give backstory.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so Talia is the name of my girlfriend. We went to Bear Burger.
All right.
And in Bear Burger, I had this beer. Everyone knows I fuck with wheat beers.
Yeah, white beers. White wheat beers.
No, but it's actually a wheat ale.
Okay.
This one's called Omgang. I think.
Omgang?
It's spelled Ommegang, and that's one word.
So Omgang, kind of like, is that gonna be the new like rap thing?
I feel like it's like a group of people meditating.
I feel like it's a group of people about to start a new mixtape. like gang. We in this bitch right now. about to fuck you up.
Gang weed.
Yeah. But it's actually not anything like that. It's a fucking beer.
Good. It was really good. And since Josh didn't have it,
no,
I'm gonna have to rate it.
Yeah, rate it for me, and I'm just gonna believe you.
So as some of you may or may not know, we have a beer rating system. Oh yeah. Not a B rating system.
Okay, this is the thing. It's been a while since
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's like deja vu through my veins.
And to start off the beer rating system, we have a broken bottled beer.
Yeah, broken bottled beer.
Is it can? No, broken bottle is the bottom.
It's broken.
It's been a while, guys.
Oh my god.
There ain't no fucking method to our madness.
You're right. We're just all over the place. All right.
So
what's a broken bottle beer, Steven?
A broken bottle beer.
Or Mirez.
Yeah, you
whatever name you want.
We're not doing this anymore. Season 1, episode 1, season finale.
All right, it's season 2 by the way, but all right.
Wow, I'm fucking up.
No, this is all good.
So a broken bottled beer is what the name implies. It's a piece of shit beer. It's a beer that's harmful to your health.
Yeah.
Both by quality. And there's glass shards in that shit. Put it away.
Fucking don't
put it away. No one needs to drink that badly. And it's like when I see people in the street and they're smoking a cigarette and the cigarette falls on the floor
and the guy
and they pick it up. You just light another one.
Yeah, it's like, nah, man. It's like $20-something per pack.
Yeah, but you could get one for 50 cents.
Yeah, I mean the Lucy's. Yeah, I thought it was like $1. I don't know.
It's a Lucy.
I don't even smoke. What the fuck? I know these shits. Anyways, and also about the broken bottle beer is that you can use it as a weapon, and no one wants to drink a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to think of any drinkable weapons.
None.
Yeah, you're right.
None except acid.
You can
drink it. It'll kill you, but you can drink it.
You'll die.
You'll die. That'll die. That'll make you die.
Yeah.
You dead.
So what's the second tier?
The second tier is the mid tier. It's a canned beer. Canned beer is very common. It stays cold, so it's nice, but it doesn't have the same taste as like an upgraded like bottled beer. So you just have to deal with it. Like there's something like if you go to a cookout and people just have like these fucking the Coronas and the Heinekens and the can, you're like, fuck it.
It's the blowjob of beers.
Yeah. It's the hand job of beers.
The hand job of beers.
Blowjobs are good. Hand jobs is like might as well.
Yeah. Now you're right, because sometimes I've never.
This is another subject.
Because I like head, but I've never. I can't think of a time that I've came just from head. I can't think of one.
No.
Yeah, I mean usually because when I get head, it's usually like leading to intercourse, right?
I mean, yeah, or between, or whatever.
I don't know.
I have.
You came from head?
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yes. I mean, it's not like and then you're done. It's like it takes a while, yes, but it's like if she knows what she's doing.
No, I mean, I'm not saying from like lack of. I've gotten some horrible head before, but I've also gotten some like good head before. I just never let it get to, because like head is we've talked about this before. Sex to me is not really about me. It's more about like
her
giving pleasure.
But sometimes you just needed to get the pleasure, and sometimes head is enough.
No, I love head. Obviously, because I have a penis.
Yeah. And that brings us to our next tier of beer, which is the bottle beer, which is the head of beer.
It's the head of beer, or is it the intercourse of beer?
No, it's the head of beer, because the intercourse of beer is the draft beer, which none of us have ever rated. That's like an extra. That's like a draft beer alert.
Welcome to season 2, motherfuckers.
Yeah, where we implement a new order of beers, which is draft beer.
Yeah.
Like you go to like a Applebee's and they're like, "Ooh, we don't have that on draft though. We have a bottle." Like that's their second like suggestion. Right. You're like, whatever.
Aren't bottles more expensive too?
No, it's less. Like $2 less. $5 for a bottle, $7 for a draft. Usually in New York.
And how much do cans cost?
Cans are, I think for a 6-pack, it's like $8.
Cause like like I said, I went to Bear Burger and the Gang Wit cost $9.
That's Bear Burger.
Yeah,
Bear Burger is expensive. A draft. And also, where did you go to Bear Burger?
Like around 86.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Like if you went to the one in Yonkers, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be $8.
Shout out to the Yard House. We miss you.
We miss you. When we get money, we going.
No, we getting back. We getting back.
But yeah, that's our beer rating system.
Our beer rating system.
Our beer rating system.
Because most of the time you'll find that we're mostly trashing these beers.
We're very judgmental in all beers that we drink, and only one beer that we like too much that we will never like underrate it or overrated, or just it's just a good beer, and that's like the Allagash White.
Shout out to
which
Allagash.
we're very biased about.
Yeah. But I would like. Thalia's had it before. Ooh, we went to a paint and sip.
Okay.
Very recently.
I think I saw that on your social media.
Yeah. We went to a paint and sip, and I was like, obviously it's usually wine, but they had Allagash.
What?
Yeah.
That was my fear because I'm not like the biggest fan of wine. Like I'll drink it, but like I don't want to paint and drink wine and then like, oh look at this pretty sunset.
I'm not gonna lie.
But if there's like a fucking beer that came in, I'm like, hell yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Dahlia's very into wine, so she's always bringing her over. Yeah, I'm starting to develop a palate for that shit.
That's good. Wine goes good with food.
I feel like I'm about to become
wine bro.
Yeah, I'm becoming one of those guys.
You gonna start wine tasting?
Yeah, I would actually do that. That sounds like a good time.
I've actually wine tasted.
Was it fun?
I've had like 3 wine tastings with Daphne. Season 2, episode 1. If you guys are now tuning into season 2 and you haven't like gotten to the episode 1, like season 1, go to that and then you'll probably know what I'm talking about when I say Daphne. She's my fiance. We're getting married soon, don't worry. Soonish.
It's weird because like I remembered in season 1, you obviously you've been in a relationship since the dawn of time.
Since the dawn of time.
And I was a single guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that afforded me more.
So season 1 is like your maturing phase, and like now you're like mature.
Yeah, I feel like now I can't be dirty on this podcast.
You can be filthy. You just have to be my type of filthy. You gotta filter the filthiness.
Filter the filth.
Like use that pop filter in front of you and remember that someone's listening to this.
Filter filth.
Like I spoke to Daphne a bunch of times, and she doesn't like me to filter everything. Yeah. Like she doesn't want me to hide my actual thoughts, but like. I gotta hide some things, because then we're gonna have a little argument or two.
I don't feel like I gotta hide things.
Nah, don't hide it. Don't hide it, but don't be too expressive with the past.
That's what I mean.
That is a friendly reminder to people who are in new relationships or are in relationships for years. You guys know this, or you girls know this.
Do you
just? The past is the past. That's the past. Because
I know sometimes you talk about your relationship on this podcast.
I can do that, yeah.
And she's fine with it.
Yeah. All right, cool. We can talk about our relationship thoroughly and even sexually at times.
Cool.
But sometimes we'll like start rating like sex and like the past and sex in the past. I mean, you have because you were a single boy.
I was a single guy.
Yeah, so you can go that far, and I'm like, that's all right. I don't know.
I've never had an ex-girlfriend. I've only ever had one girlfriend, and that's Dalia.
Exactly. There you go. He's learning, and that's how you get into a committed relationship. There's only one. But yeah.
So let's talk about. What are we talking about? There's so many things.
All right, so it's been a while, and during the span of our 3-month of break, there's been so much that went on. Like I remember that Mirez and I, like he's called me many times, and he wanted to do the podcast, and I'm like, it's a little too early for the podcast.
I wanted to do like a.
Like there's been so many subjects to talk about.
You know how seasons sometimes do that, like the little trailer thing, the little like bonus episode thing. That's what I wanted to do, and Josh was like, no. And I was like, all right, whatever, man.
no, I was with it, and then I got real busy.
And I was like, fuck it, we won't ever record again.
But here we are.
One-man show.
One-man show. But yeah, there was a bunch of things that we missed out. A lot of things.
Fuck. Because I feel like I wanna go in chronological order, but I don't remember what month did we stop recording.
We stopped recording 3 months from now. So we decided that June will be the start. So May, April. I think we stopped in February, March, April.
I don't remember what happened.
Oh, March. We stopped in March.
I don't remember what happened in March. But I will talk. We can talk about Mr. Kanye West.
Yeah, I was just hoping you just get to that. Like, I don't know what happened in March. Neither do I. I don't even know what the fuck I ate yesterday. But I do know
I had a
about
bison burger.
Oh, that's great.
Shout out to Bison.
I ate an egg. No, but I do recall Kanye West and his episodes.
So Kanye West became Make America Great Again guy. He a MAGA guy.
A MAGA guy. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, are they called something other than white supremacists? Obviously,
racist.
Yeah, but I don't think Kanye's racist is a thing.
You think he's just stupid?
I think Kanye's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, and for those of you who know me, you know that Kanye had a great influence on my life. Same as Josh.
Same.
Kanye was like our hero.
I love that. I was like one of the defenders of his genius.
Yeah,
I'm like, this man's a genius. You can't say anything else.
I've always said that he's a musical genius.
Yeah,
I actually think Kanye is stupid. Yeah, like
I've
never in my life saw Kanye and be like, oh wow, this is an insightful guy. Kanye's always seemed like full of himself and like brash and all those things. It's just that he made great music and he always toed the line of insensitivity and selfishness. Yeah. Now he's just like overboard. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything other than what suits my agenda.
No, I agree with you, like, cold-heartedly. And like, I agree, like, he was a hero to me, and he was a genius in music. And we've always expressed that, a genius in music, and I've always said that. I still think it. Yeah, I never think that. I always tell people, I'm like, I love Kanye's music. Right. Him as a person, I don't like at all. Yeah, it's just disgusting of who he is as a person. Yeah. And he's just crazy. He's a crazy motherfucker.
He's a crazy guy. He doesn't have much of a filter or any filter.
Like, he's honest, but sometimes his honesty becomes very, very, like, into a paradox. Right. He goes into the fucking Cloverfield paradox. And I'm like, all right, these are just facts you're making up.
This is not reusable energy.
Yeah, man. It's just fucking retardedness that you're just making up.
Kanye, like, we've always said that. We've always said that we love Kanye's music. We hate Kanye as a person. Yeah. Not hate. I never thought that he and I would get along.
A lot of the things are too, like, crazy. He's too passionate about himself.
And I want to say one thing, because I notice that's a thing with people. Oh, I respect the honesty. He's saying what is on his mind. But what's on his mind is stupid. I don't care how honest you're being when you're being an idiot. Like,
my man I respect his honesty. Like, yeah, but, like, calling that honesty is, like, a lot of people just talk honesty. Right. And like, just saying that, like, okra tastes bad, that's his honest opinion. Right. Honest opinion, yes, but sometimes his honest opinion gets into this fucking mood.
So let's give a run through about what's been going on with Mr. West.
Okay, let's talk about Lost in the Woods, not to mention the song from his. I'm up in the woods. But yeah, he trapped himself in the woods of Milwaukee. I mean, not Milwaukee, in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, yeah. He was working on a lot of music, producing a bunch of things.
Honestly, where the fuck is Wisconsin?
Wisconsin is next to
where's Milwaukee?
Illinois. Milwaukee is where they brew Miller.
I know Milwaukee. They have the Bucks and they have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Milwaukee, the Brewers, the baseball team, Milwaukee, Wisconsin created Bon Iver.
That's the things that those two states are known for.
Yeah, that's all I know. Besides that, grass and trees.
Milwaukee's not a state, is it?
It's a state, buddy.
Is it a state?
No, Milwaukee's a city.
It's a city.
It's a city in Wisconsin. But he went to Wisconsin and he trapped himself in the woods. He did a big Bon Iver thing. Bon Iver lives in Wisconsin in the woods, and Kanye was like, So Kanye was like, I'm gonna do the same thing so I can get some creative spirit. Juices. But also, I guess I also heard that he then trapped himself in the woods of Wisconsin because he was dealing with his bipolar situation going on.
He's been diagnosed bipolar?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And that's a new thing.
I want to say this, and this is a sensitive thing to say, and I'm going to say it anyway.
Go ahead.
Because I'm living my truth.
Uh-huh.
I don't give a fuck about your disorder.
Yeah.
Like, people got to stop that. People got to stop using the disorder as an excuse to say stupid, to be stupid.
Yeah.
I've noticed that's a thing in life. Like, oh, well, I'm depressed, so I'm gonna be a dick. Or like, oh, I'm anxious, so I only care about... Like, no, you still live in this society, so you still have to adhere to those
society rules, and
yeah,
you know, there's moral rules. Just because you have a disability doesn't mean that you can use that. Like, a lot of people like to use that depression to pretty much explain their actions. As a crutch, like, my brother does it all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but you're creating this depression for yourself.
I mean, and that's a bad, because like, I suffer from depression. Yeah, as you know, certain things, like, how do I phrase it? Like, I feel like certain times I put myself in a funk. Mm-hmm. Where I, like right now, for the last like bit of time, I feel like I've been fine. Yeah, I've been fine. I have like a clearer outlook on life, but there are times where like that just goes out the window and you don't even know why. Yeah. And like, you tell yourself logically, like, yeah, you know, like, this is the things that make sense, but your brain's like, nah, nigga, everything's wrong. You wrong.
I've been there actually a lot recently. Yeah. And like, I keep telling myself it's just gonna get better, you know, it might be over soon. Right. Just wait a few minutes. Things are gonna get better, and then out of nowhere it's like, bam! Nothing's getting better. Fucking kill yourself. And I'm like, chill. I'm like, I'm gonna cry, but you know, chill.
Yeah. Shout out to Man Tears.
Yeah, Man Tears help. Like, it's good to cry, let it out, and also speak to people. That's what I did. I just ranted.
Back to Kanye West. Yeah. So Kanye West, in this span of time, he came. If for those of you who lived on the rock, he came out as a Trump supporter. He's been a Trump supporter. Yeah, but he's like riding it now. Like, he got the hat. He talking about me and Donald Trump are like, we're similar people, which is like, okay. If you share qualities with Trump, like, that's not something you should be bragging about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this guy is literally in trial.
Does Trump have good qualities? Sure, because everyone has good qualities. Yeah, but a bad person could have good qualities. Like, a bad person, people are multi-layered, but I think Donald Trump is a bad person. But you could say like he's an achiever. Yeah. Or like he's over, like, you know, like he's
an overachiever.
He's confident as a motherfucker.
Too confident. I'm not even that confident.
Says what's on his mind, which is like, that's a thing to people. Like I just said, I don't know. I feel like a filter's okay sometimes.
Yeah, a filter's okay a lot of the time. You know what I mean? And I completely understand that. Having good qualities, but also a lot of people have good qualities. Even the bad people. That's what I'm saying. People who are diagnosed as sociopaths have good qualities. Like, for example, they're charming, they're witty, people love them, they're outgoing. But then they have
also murder people.
Yeah, and they have this plethora of bad things going on with them. Yeah. There's no balance to their actions.
My point is that I don't like when people use the selective good qualities to forgive bad behavior. Yeah. And people do that. And I guess that's why Kanye gets along with Trump so much, because people do that with the both of them so much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For instance, Kanye will say slavery was a choice. Donald Trump is a great guy, blah blah blah. Oh, but he made college dropout, bro. He's a musical genius. You don't get it.
Yeah, but he's also a piece of shit.
You know?
Yeah. And a lot of times, like, I also watched that interview, TMZ, and it was going good. Like, a lot of the stuff was very controversial, and a lot of his stuff did make a lot of sense. Like, the whole thing about, he said that Trump is his boy. Back in the rap game, people were repping Trump because that's people wanted to be Trump.
That's true.
And that's very true. And I told that to a lot of people. What he said there is very true because a lot of rap songs, even Snoop Dogg songs, Dr. Dre, they're talking about wanting to be as rich as Donald Trump because Donald Trump is that guy, you know, that kind of like the Scarface of the modern world. But then he came out of nowhere and said, you know, like slavery, that's a choice. And I'm like, oh, okay, you completely lost me.
Yeah. I left the room. I was
like, wait, what? Say that again. I put my phone down in my headphones. Yeah, I'm like, at first I was watching it, and then he said slavery, that's a choice. I'm like, no,
I'm walking away. I have to go work out.
Yeah, I'm not going to take you serious anymore.
I want to ask you a question because you brought up an interesting point. People used to fuck with Donald Trump.
Yes.
For those of you who are, what was the word? Centennials?
Yes, centennials. Even people like Generation X.
Yeah, for the younger people.
Yeah.
Who don't know that people really used to ride with Donald Trump. Do you think we created him? Do you think we created a monster in Donald Trump and by proxy also Kanye?
We created a monster in Donald Trump. I don't think Kanye. Go ahead. Go you first. I think Donald Trump was created a monster once he started to run. He was probably always a monster, but we never paid attention to it until he started running for the position of the most powerful man on earth. And we're like, ooh, there should be limits. And people were like, yeah, there should be limits. But then a lot of people I would say old people, like people who are Generation X, like people in their 40s and 50s now, and even like baby boomers, like people who are like well into their 70s are like, yeah, he should be president. He will turn this world around. And then like they had points and they had points and they had points. But then he's talking about like, oh, Mexicans rape people, and I'm like, all right,
that's
chill.
How he started it.
Yeah, and then like the whole grabbing pussies and like look at my hands, I'm comparing them to my dick, and it's like, all right. A politician should not be speaking like that. And then he just went off, and then people just like, ooh, like people just like the media, us and the media were just like driving it and like milking it for money and for publicities and ratings in their channels, that we had created this monster because money. I'm gonna take a different approach. I think we created both of these monsters, but I think the creation of Donald Trump as the proverbial monster started way before the candidacy, the run for candidacy. It started at what was the name of the show? The Apprentice. Yeah.
Because The Apprentice was basically Donald Trump being a dick. And everyone being like, I wish I could be like that. Like, that's funny.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
And there's another parallel with Kanye. Because Kanye West, every time he did something brash and dickish, looking back on it, was Kanye West going up during Taylor Swift? And I don't like Taylor Swift. But was Kanye West going up to the stage to defend, even if it was to defend Beyonce, was that dickish?
That's dickish.
Yeah.
That's dickish.
And then we were like, yeah.
Look, and that's another thing I haven't, because I didn't explain the whole Kanye West thing, because I say that we created the monster in Trump, but you're like, what you're saying, I totally agree with too.
I think we created Kanye. Yeah. I think telling Kanye time and time again, you're a genius, you could do no wrong. I totally agree with that. I think that created a god complex inside of him. And now this guy like says brash things, and he's just like, you guys just don't get it yet, because I'm a genius. You guys been telling me that I'm a genius.
That's true. That I agree completely, but I think that it happened. There was a point in which he was turning into this monster,
right?
Where he was just like, because at first people were like worshiping him even as a person, and I remember he was like the people's person. I remember when George Bush was running for president
before his mom died.
Yeah, before his mom died, and he was like literally like on MTV, and he said that pretty much outright. He just said, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yeah.
And he said it right there and then, and it was broadcast everywhere. He was the people's champ after that. But then his mom died. And I felt like after his mom died, he took this turn. Like, I feel like it's an emotional breakdown, and that emotional breakdown opened him up to a lot of problems and a lot of him being ego and trying to compensate.
I agree with that because little backstory personally, my mom married my dad.
Yeah.
And my dad, as I've stated many times, is a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But according to my mom, he wasn't always like that. What happened was my dad was kind of like a mama's boy.
Yeah.
In a similar sense that I guess Kanye was with his mom. Then she died. And then he went crazy.
Yeah. That'll do things to you.
Yeah.
That'll do things.
And I get it. But is that an excuse?
That is not an excuse for his actions because you can't excuse what he's doing.
Are you not a grown ass man?
He is a grown ass man.
Like, you're not the first. And listen, if my mom died, I don't even know what the fuck I would do. But if I started being an asshole, you gotta put me in check, bro.
I will put you in check.
Like this,
but like, try putting Kanye West in check. You can't.
I think you could have in the beginning. I think
you could have nipped it in the butt.
Yeah,
but the thing is, that's when I agree with you completely that we did create a monster, but it happened later on.
Yeah, I think like I agree with you because at first, all falls down. Mm-hmm. Heard him say Jesus walks. Everyone's like, yo, he could do no wrong. Mm-hmm.
Little did they know. He can do a lot of wrong.
Yeah, then they were like, yo, this guy hasn't stopped doing wrong for a while now. He dropped My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's when it started. Because before My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, people were kind of off on Kanye a bit because of the Taylor Swift thing. I don't know if you remember, like he had like the asshole persona.
That was in between his 808s and Heartbreaks and Dark Fantasy. That's how I like to label years by albums according to Kanye West, because in between that's when he did the crazy shit of going drunk and Amber Rose, and then he got on stage and he was like, pretty much he was like, you don't deserve this award, whatever.
Was 808s was he acting irrationally during 808s?
No, 808s was very emotional.
I feel like he was just like to himself at that time, like grieving.
Yeah, that was a grieving album. You can hear it.
I think when Watch the Throne came out, which one came out? I know Watch the Throne and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out in the same year.
Yeah, same years, but Dark Fantasy came out first.
Yeah, whichever one of the two came out first, he got like public approval again. Yeah, and then that's when he was like, "The world is mine." Mm-hmm. And then everyone was like, "You know what, man? It might be yours."
Dark Fantasy was a great album.
Yeah,
he like one of the best hip hop albums that you can label.
And listen, and I sound like a hypocrite now, but I'm not gonna like. I refuse to be a hypocrite. I will say. I forgave him for all those things. I really did. He came out with Yeezus. Everyone was like, Yeezus is weird.
And I was like,
Earl will tell you.
Yeah, I was like, I love Yeezus.
We bumped that shit heavy.
I am a god. But then that was a warning. That entire album was like a fucking warning.
That entire album was like a ego jerk off.
Yes.
He was like, I'm gonna make an album that's almost unrecognizably rap, and y'all gonna fuck with it. And I was like, damn, I fuck with it.
I'ma talk to Jesus. He said, what up, Yeezus? Nothing, shit, I'm chilling, trying to stack these millions.
I know you're the most high, but I'm a close high. Yeah. That's a weird thing to say.
Mi casa es tu casa.
And like when I heard it, I was suffering from like low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And shit. And I was like, yo, I wish I was like Kanye.
Yeah, I wish I had that much ego.
And now I have like a pretty decent self-esteem. Like my self-esteem stems from like my weight, and that's like almost all gone now. Yeah. Shout out to Mirez.
Yeah. Shout out to Mirez, hitting the gym almost every single day.
Yeah, 6 days a week. We do it. But yeah, it stemmed from that. It stemmed from my depression, which is still there, but I feel like I mastered my depression. Kind of, sort of. Like, sometimes it gets the better of me, but for the most part, I'm really good at, like, compartmentalizing my emotions. Like, I'm good at, like, understanding why I feel the way I feel. And even now, I can't see myself getting to that point of ego. I don't want to get to that point of ego.
That's
I feel like
too much ego.
I wanna believe that I still have the ability to grow. I think when you stop thinking that you have the ability to grow, that's when you hit a danger zone. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're seeing in like the likes of Kanye and the likes of Donald Trump. They think they got everything. Yeah. They think they understand it all.
And I understand that whole move, not in the same way that they do, but I remember being 17, 18 and being high and mighty. I remember having a huge ego.
Josh was an ego monster.
Yeah, I remember being 17 and 18 and having like the biggest ego ever. Like a lot of people would say that I had a god complex because I felt like I could do no wrong. I was the talented motherfucker. I thought that I
You dropped the weight.
I had no weight. Yeah. I thought I was the best looking motherfucker ever.
He was kind of a chubbier kid. Dropped the weight around 16, 17. Yeah. And that's when it started. Yeah. That's when you brought out the black nail polish and the eyeliner.
I thought I can do no wrong. Yeah. I went for 16, I was fucking eyeliner. I had painted nails and I thought that was the sexiest motherfucker. Then 17, that even changed it even harder. Yeah. And I remember like feeling like I can get anyone and anyone whatever. I thought I was just the shit. But then all of that was just exterior. Because inside, I was fucking sad as hell. Right. I was sad. My dad was in jail for many years. My mother and I never saw eye to eye. We would have fights every single fucking day. There was never like a cool moment with her. There was a lot of money issue that I couldn't ignore at all. And then, what was a bigger thing? I remember my grandmother, my great grandmother, passing away.
I remember that was a big deal.
Yeah, when I was 17, she passed away. No, I was 18. She passed away.
18.
And every action that I ever did, I don't remember what I did, but then looking back at it, I was like, wow, I was a piece of shit. But all of that,
I wouldn't say you were a piece of shit because like I was there. And I would say I was a piece of shit. Yeah. So that's why, like, if we're comparing, I think you were just. I think like I'm not saying like I'm comparing like piece of shit size. Yeah. but I was a bigger piece of shit.
Dick sizes, yeah. But
I think you're stemmed from just a god complex, right? Mm-hmm. Like as you said, and mine was just. It was the polar opposite of that. It was like I had such little confidence in myself that I was trying to tear everyone around me down.
Yeah, and that's the two opposites of each other. You can be a terrible person, you can do terrible things and terrible acts, and you can either because you're
overly confident or because you're not enough, not confident enough. Yeah,
exactly. Because mine was caused by overconfidence. I mean, my overconfidence was definitely caused by all of that issue. And that's why I said that Kanye West, it kind of like bubbled. It kept bubbling. And then like he was sad. But then people were like, don't do this. Yeah. You're a genius. And then that created an ego. And then he was confident as fuck, even though he was fucked up in the head at first. And now he's taking, I think all the fucked up shit in his head, he's taking that for positive. He's being positive with it. And here you go. The
moral of that story is just watch who you got around you. Mm-hmm. Because I would like to think, like obviously we've been in each other's lives for, I guess at this point, most of our lives. I've known you longer than I've not known you at this point.
I known you longer than
puberty. We met at like 10. 10.
Yeah. I can recall things that happened at 10 years old between us. And I don't know what I ate yesterday. So, yeah.
And, so that's a 10-year span of not knowing each other and a 15, almost 16-year span of knowing each other. So, I've known you longer than I haven't known you. And I'd say, like, because we were such polar opposites, I think we brought each other to the center.
Yeah, like yin and yang.
Yeah.
Not to be gay, but yin and yang.
You my yang, bro.
Yeah, you my yin.
That sounds like some penis references. Look at that yang.
Look at that yin.
Your yang thick?
My yang thick. The yin and yang.
I hate this podcast.
Me too. By the way, our logo looks like a yin and yang almost. Our new logo.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, almost, but it's not.
We did that on purpose.
Yeah, kind of.
We should do that.
Okay, we will.
We'll work on something.
Yeah. Anyways, we've started a lot of new things. Anyways, that is Kanye West and
kind of Donald Trump.
And a lot of Donald Trump too.
I want to talk to you about. You have heard his new album.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about it.
His new album is Yay. That's the name of it. Right. Yay. Something about I hate myself. I'm bipolar. I hate it that I love. Something like that. Whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that was him trying to be funny.
Yeah, like trying to make a joke. A bipolar joke, pretty much. Yeah. That's what he made.
And you can make bipolar jokes.
Yeah, you could.
I just don't think Kanye should make bipolar. I don't think he's very funny.
He's not a funny dude at all. And yeah, it's what
is it weird? Like I don't think. Okay, so he does the fashion thing, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think Kanye's very good at fashion.
I hate being bipolar. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That
I'm tearing holes in all his shit. I think Kanye is good at music, and that's like his skill. Like he's a genius musically.
Yeah.
And I think everything else, he's a human.
I think everything else he's decent at, but music is the only thing that he can probably put on a pedestal.
But he uses the
I'm a genius. You shouldn't let. Right. He says that you shouldn't limit yourself to just music. He doesn't want to be limited to music. He said.
I hear you on that. But like, imagine if Albert Einstein was like, I'm a genius at more than this bomb shit, man. I'm about to drop an album.
I'm like, can you?
He's like, no, trust me, this shit transfers over.
I'm not sure about that. You're very smart. You should just stick with what you're good at. He's like, no.
If I could do one, I could do the other.
Are two great things.
I'm gonna drop a bomb for real.
A bomb ass album, that is. Atomic.
Oh,
EP1 by Oma Gang.
But to speak on a person who I think is closer to the all around genius, you didn't even answer how you felt about the album.
Oh yeah, we got too ahead of ourselves. That's what we do. This is the Bronx Project.
It's the Bronx Project. We're all over the place. It's episode 1. We gotta jump back into the groove.
They like this shit. They like this shit. Believe me. Anyways, the album, I'm listening to it as a different perspective because of what he said, but it's still Kanye, and he's still a good musician. I can't deny that at all. Right. It's very Kanye-ish. You can tell. Like the whole first track is him ranting. It's just like a rant. Right. He even mentions the whole situation in TMZ. But
right off the bat,
like I think third song down, but the beats are pretty good. Like his production's there. There's even a song with Kid Cudi, which is really good. There's a song which he samples a lot too. It's not all over the place like the last album, The Life of Pablo.
Which I didn't like.
Life of Pablo was fucking everywhere and all over the place. Yeah. It's like Kanye West liked to sample every song that he didn't put out. That's what he did pretty much with The Life of Pablo. This, you can tell that he was actually like from scratch. Right. I would compare it to YEEZY's album. But not as confident as the YEEZY album. This is more about talking about his thoughts and all the stuff that he's been talking about, and a lot of his ideals, and trying to be real and fighting publicities. Yeah, it's all that.
I was listening, like I was on my way home from the gym yesterday, and because the album came out 2 days ago, so it was yesterday, and I'm walking home and I'm listening to, like, they're playing it in the street. And he's like, you know what I find weird about rappers? What? Like, he's married. Yeah. And he's still talking about like getting other women. That's weird to me. Like, how does your wife like sit here and like, yeah?
Well, if I was in that situation, I would not have a wife after that. But this is Kanye West, and Kanye West is ultra confident.
But that's every rapper. I feel.
Is
like,
it?
Yeah, J. Cole does it.
I feel
Kendrick does it.
J. Cole's a deep rapper.
Kendrick is married and he has a kid, from my understanding. And on the song "New Freezer," he said he wants some head from 2 sets of twins. Twins. Yeah.
This is musicians. It's the whole thing about being a rapper and being
So is the explanation like it's a like you're a character when you're rapping? Like
I guess you're a character when you're rapping. You have to find this inner ego. Right. Like I've been working with like a couple rappers on this break, producing music and stuff. Shout out to my new project that just came out, No Sleep. But yeah,
gotta promote.
Yeah, I gotta promote myself. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of music on the side and meeting with a bunch of rappers. And this one rapper that was is a long time friend of mine named Joshua Toledo, but he goes by the rapper name of Joshy or Yeti. So it's an egotistical thing, and he was talking about like Yeti is that side, that character side where he just goes in and hard, and he doesn't give a shit about what he's talking about. He's just talking, and I'm like, all right, but that's good. As a producer, I see that how that can work in the studio because you become a different person, which has all this goddamn confidence. Like you're oozing all this confidence, and confidence really works on the mic. It really does. Right. Like if you go up there as Steven, like I know you're Mirez at the moment. Yeah. That's your name right now. But if you go up there as Steven, you're not gonna make the same music.
I don't even as like you do my as name. Fucking Mirez. To be honest.
Exactly.
I've said this before. I want to limit how many people are even allowed to call me Steven. Bro, I hate that name. I think that name doesn't suit my personality at all. I don't think Josh suits you at all.
That's my name though. I can't complain about that.
Do you like Josh?
I like
don't think Josh is a bad name.
I like Josh, but if you don't know me, don't call me Josh. But if you know me, and you know me for a while, then Josh. But if you know me from the podcast or from music, it's Earl Gray to you.
My girlfriend doesn't even call me Steven.
What's she call you?
Babe.
Okay. I understand that completely now. Yeah. Sometimes,
To talk about, we were talking about genius.
Yeah.
And how I think Kanye is like a sectional genius, right? Mm-hmm. But a person, and this ties into what's been going on since we've been gone, a person who I think is a more well-rounded artistic genius, Childish Gambino. And you know that I've been a huge proponent of his music way back when. Way 2011.
Yes, and he is, because we were talking about having a character, being a character, and he is probably the best example of using a character because himself, Donald Glover, is nothing like Childish Gambino at all. And Childish Gambino will tackle every single subject. He'll go in with music, be mad creative.
Yeah, but Childish Gambino isn't insulting people.
No,
you
never.
know what I mean?
No.
Like that's what I like about like I get the whole it's brash, it's bold, but I don't think that you need to insult people in the process of
Neither
doing that.
Is he bragging.
Yeah,
he doesn't even brag.
Yeah, kind of, because he a interview came out recently where he said, "I think I'm Jesus, my nigga."
That's an interview, yeah.
And I, man,
that's just
not Han Solo. What's his name?
He's from not the Han Solo, the opposite of Han Solo.
Oh fuck! I know he's
Chewbacca.
No,
not Chewbacca. He was.
I can't remember his name. I was never a big Star Wars fan.
I was, and I can't. I'm disappointed in myself.
The guy with the mustache.
The black dude.
The black guy with the mustache.
The only black guy in
literally
all of
space.
In all of space. And that was
him and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. That's
We're
true.
like the only black guys in all of space.
Yeah, but then Sam Jackson died in the early Star Wars movies. Yeah, he was a Jedi. He was probably the only black Jedi I know, though.
Bro, do some research real quick. Find out his name. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna talk. My point is he succeeded in the acting realm. He succeeded as a writer.
Lando.
There you go, Lando. He's in fucking Star Wars, dude.
Yeah.
This Is America, which we'll get into in a bit, just went platinum. It was the #1 song in America. That's his first #1 record, by the way. Shout out to him.
It's real good.
I never thought, and I've been a big Bino fan. I never thought he'd get a #1 record.
It's real good.
I never saw it.
That video is very good too. It's probably one of the best videos ever created.
Video of the year.
Yeah.
Video of the year.
And sure. I don't even watch videos.
Yeah.
That I watched.
The two videos that I liked this year, like a lot, were God's Plan and This Is America.
I actually didn't like God's Plan.
I like it because
I feel it. I feel the whole message behind it.
Yeah.
But you corny.
I don't know. Some people are like, oh, it was publicity, and it might be. But I just think like you're giving away $1 million either way.
Like I feel you, and I feel you. Like I said, it's a good message, and I feel you so much, and that's great. But you corny.
I can't do this on my own.
Yeah. I feel like the song
Someone's
didn't
watching
really.
this shit,
yeah,
Klaus.
the song didn't match with the whole thing. That's just me.
Scarlet, bro.
I am very. That's just me. But yeah, Childish Gambino is a very creative, genius artist, and he did say that in an interview that he did compare himself like God. He was like, I feel like I'm Jesus. But he's a comedian too. So not everything you can take serious. He's just making jokes and he's having fun and living life.
And he's also said that he feels like he's like the poster child for black people.
Yeah. Well, he is. He came out with Redbone.
Daylight.
Yeah.
I wake up feeling like you wanna play right.
Stay woke. Yeah, it's like a warning almost.
Niggas creeping.
Yeah, niggas are creeping. Stay woke, dude.
They gonna find you.
Gonna catch you sleeping.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's.
Don't you close your eyes.
But yeah, let's talk about.
We can talk. Okay,
let's talk about America. This is America.
We're gonna get to that, but just one more thing before I say that.
Go ahead.
Because Childish Gambino,
Mirez thoughts.
Up until like right when he was doing the promo for Because of the Internet,
yeah,
he called himself the son of Kanye. Which I agree. I think a lot of musicians today are the sons of Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that this is a case of the student surpassing the master, or like is that crazy to say? Because Kanye did still make College Dropout, Late Registration.
Look, Kanye is always gonna.
Fantasy.
Yeah, Kanye is always gonna be a legend. But yes, people have surpassed him. Of course.
Do you think so?
Of course. Every person that grew up and every artist now, every famous artist that's been inspired, and that's almost everybody.
Okay. I'm gonna run some names off on you.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi.
Exactly.
Would you say that he surpassed him?
He surpassed him, and then he stopped. That's what happened.
I'll agree with that. I think Kid Cudi was about to surpass him. And then Kid Cudi got a little weird.
He got a little weird because he was fighting himself.
With his demons.
He's one person that let the demons get to him.
Yeah.
He really let it get to him.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people who like came back and used that energy into creating great music.
I think he's in the process of getting himself back though.
Yeah. He's like, like really nailing it down with the last album.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kid Cudi, which was actually tutored. And Kanye West pretty much founded him.
Yeah.
He did surpass him at, I would say, Man in the Moon 2. Right there, because that album had the bars and he had the creativity
on it.
on
Man in the Moon came out around the same time as, I want to say 808s? Or was it my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
Man in the Moon 2 came out around the same time as
Twisted Fantasy?
Yeah, Twisted Fantasy.
I'm going to give it to Twisted Fantasy, bro.
Yeah.
And Man in the Moon 2... Legend of Mr. Rager. It's my favorite album of all time.
Yeah.
And it contains my favorite song, Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how big I am on that album. I still think that My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was better.
Oh,
and I don't even think that that's his best album.
No. The thing is creatively, it's probably on par. But Kanye West is smarter when it comes to this business and music. He dropped it perfectly. All the features he had were like creatively put together. He orchestrated it greatly, and then he had great artists just coming.
Yeah, one thing I will say, at a certain point, I guess around 808s, so pre my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, he started using Kid Cudi a lot.
Yeah. So
maybe there's a point to that, like, would Kanye's later albums be as good as they were without Kid Cudi's input? Cause I kind of feel like there was maybe a case of like the well running dry for Kanye, because during his first couple of albums everyone knows this, he had ghostwriters.
Yeah.
Consequence,
of course,
and the such. I don't know like the list. I know Pusha T wrote a couple of his songs, and that's why like even in My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, he had some profound lyrics that I haven't heard the more recent album. I just know that I was walking home and I heard something about him. If you wear 3 stripes, I'ma make you my bitch, and then
I don't understand.
That's
that.
not. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's not as bad as The Life of Pablo.
And then The Life of Pablo, which I did hear.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
If I fuck this model and she just bleach her asshole, and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole. Like it's the depth isn't there anymore. It's more musical like tonality, but then that could be attributed to Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
And then on the songs where there were thoughtful lyrics, the 30 Hours, the what's the name of that song? Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
It's recently come out that Drake wrote like a portion of those songs.
Yeah, a lot of people wrote into that.
Yeah, so can we still call Kanye a musical genius? Like, if he's not doing it on his own, the same argument with Drake. Like, can you say he's one of the best rappers if he's not writing on his rap?
Oh,
Can you still call Kanye one of the best musicians if he needs all this help? Or do you say music is it's a sharing process?
Now it's a sharing process, and the way he shares it, I feel like Kanye West is like
he's good at bringing people together.
Yes, he's good at bringing people together to create art, right. And that takes talent to have an ear. Yeah. So he still has it.
Cause I know Lucas was trying to bring groups of friends to create music together for years, and it never worked.
It never worked out because we all hated each other. So I agree. It doesn't happen all the time, and right. I've even at times brought people together, and it failed miserably. It's happened like a good 3-4 times. So it's hard. It's hard. You have to have an ear. You have to have the connections. You have to be labeled as, a genius in music in order to do that. Adam
still owe me some money over some beats.
Yeah, he still owes you money over beats.
We'll work it out, Adam.
He's like, unsubscribe.
I'm blocking.
Unsubscribe. I do not follow you on Spotify no more.
He doesn't have iTunes. He doesn't even look like a iPhone kind of guy. He probably has.
No, he has an iPhone.
Yeah,
he just doesn't listen to iTunes.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Yeah, Spotify, man, it's the future.
Subscribe everywhere, guys. Yeah. Rate, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, everywhere that you can. Please help us out.
To get back to Bino, get to This Is America.
Uh-huh.
That felt like something Kanye would have done 10 years ago.
Yeah, the whole switch in the songs.
Would you say it's a better version of what Kanye would have done? Like, it's basically the impact of that video was Jesus Walks.
Yeah. Look, if Kanye did it, it would probably be very choppy. It would be very like weird. Like, it would just catch you off guard.
Yeah.
The way that Bino did it was very smooth.
It was
like a professional.
Bro. It was literally art.
Like, it was like the way it flowed together. Yeah. This is America. Like the way it just went boom. This is America. It just went all together. Yeah. And then after that, creating such a great song at that, he probably envisioned the entire video while he was doing it.
He's like, dance like that.
He was like, yeah, me neither. I was like, but he's a black man. I was like, you got it.
Y'all got the rhythm.
You got the rhythm. You great at this. And then I was like, the way he was like making this song, he was making the video in his head, which I'm pretty sure Kanye can't do.
I think the video was made around the music. To lend to your point, I think they were he didn't write the song and then make a video to it. I think they were created at the same time.
Like, he was making the video, and then the video was in, like, he was making the song and the video was in his head, and he's like, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that.
I think
I'm gonna have people running in the background.
What makes me feel that is the church choir scene.
Yeah,
the Get Your Money, Black Man. How that, like, out of nowhere that happens, and then it jumps right back into the song. I think that's when I saw that, I was like, he had this in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. He had this creatively in the pocket. He knew what it was gonna be. Yeah. Like, probably not perfectly like bam, bam, bam.
Right.
But like, he envisioned it in his head, and him being also a pretty much, a genius when it comes to acting and creating movies, he made Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So he knows what he's fucking doing.
And like, with him, it's also a sharing process because he has, like, Drake has 40.
Mm-hmm.
he has Ludwig Gorans. I don't know. He has a fucking weird white last name, and I'm really weird about spelling weird last names.
Yeah, Ludwig.
It's Ludwig, one of those two. But my point is that that's his producer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's shared duties with that. He has one director for like his whole show. This guy called Hero something. He's an Asian man. I'm not sure like which Asian country or continent.
Mm-hmm.
But he's from one of those.
Probably Japanese.
Maybe.
They like to produce music.
So he's his director, and he also directed This Is America. So he's also a sharer, but I get the feeling that like I feel like he has more of a say than Kanye. Like, and I feel like Kanye, Childish Gambino. Okay. I feel like Kanye just lets people like work, lets people create, and then he like takes what he wants from that thing. He's like, and then he creates his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel Childish Gambino's like, this is what I want to execute. Give me your ideas on how you guys think we should execute this.
That's true.
Yeah.
So one's micromanaging, and one's like macromanaging.
Yeah.
I feel like Kanye West macromanages because he lets a bunch of people work on it, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna actually use this, that, and then you know, Childish Gambino is like micromanaging where like there's a group in a room,
he's like, this
giving
is the
like
full
snowballing ideas,
yeah.
and then taking all those ideas and making something beautiful out of them. So
you'd say that Childish Gambino, basically what we're saying is that he's the new Kanye.
Yeah, I would say he's the new Kanye in music when it comes to being creative.
And the multifacetedness.
Yes, he's not crazy like Kanye West. That's the thing. Kanye West, we can be like, yo, he's two different people.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that we don't know because what I'm starting to notice is that power gets to people.
Mm-hmm.
And Childish Gambino, I think he had the chip on his shoulder. Like he was always not as big as he should be for the talent that he had, and he's had the talent for a while, but like he's just now blowing up,
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what he'll be in 5 years. Like, now
true.
He has the power. Now, like, he has Atlanta and Star Wars.
He is at the same spot that Kanye West was when he made Jesus Walks,
right
at the same level right here.
Mm-hmm.
And they were pretty much still, like, Kanye West was pretty much still sane to the eye,
right?
And then out of nowhere,
we'll see in 5 years.
We'll see in 5 years. We'll see what happens to Childish Gambino in 5 years.
Because I'm a big fan of Childish Gambino, but like I said earlier in the podcast, Kanye was like my idol. So I gotta fucking analyze myself, because all the people I worship end up being shits, bro. In comedy, like, my favorite comedian was Louis C.K.
And look what happened.
In music, my favorite musician was Kanye. I'm gonna just stop liking things.
Just be like really critical about everything, and like just have like harsh opinions.
Yeah, I'm gonna become one of the Twitter people who complains about everything.
No, even worse. Become like one of the Tumblr people.
Oh man!
And they just fucking bash everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to be. I'm just not gonna
rights.
like.
What is women's rights?
That's what I'm gonna.
You can't just say having women's rights and be a man. That's some shit you see.
That's some shit. Yeah, a variation of it.
Yeah.
Going in on music. Another child of Kanye. Drake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was actually thinking about.
We've talked Kid Cudi. We've talked Childish Gambino. The only other one other than Drake is Travis Scott.
Yeah. Okay, we can talk about Travis. We can't talk about Travis Scott. That's like
Travis Scott. He's still too new to the game.
He's a baby. He's still too young.
I like what he's doing, but I think he has some more to prove. And artistically, I think he's very good. Artistically, he's very
much Kanye West.
Yeah, I wish he talked about more. And I don't think Drake has like the most fulfilling discography as far as like talking points. But I think Travis Scott's music is basically the same song in different beats.
Yeah, it's the same theme.
Like the same theme, yeah.
There's a theme to it. It's like creepy, ominous.
And it's not like, obviously Drake has like 3 themes. He's like, I'm the shit, my girl left me and it hurts a lot, and I feel like there's a third theme.
I'm the shit, my girl hurts me, and I mean usually it's those 2 themes, but then it's the third one, which is like, I love you.
battle Drake. I don't think Drake makes love music. That's the thing that I've had yeah, that's the one song. He was like, I want to make that song. I want to make that song for people to get married to. But a lot of Drake's music is like, it's sentimental in the fact that he's talking about his feelings, but he's never really talking about like love. He's always talking about like, you broke my heart and you gonna regret it. Like, I'm the shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's always from a position of power. Yeah. He's like, I don't think he doesn't let himself get very vulnerable.
That's true. But there's a big thing that's going on with Drake at the moment.
We can talk about that. I want to talk about one thing before that.
Go ahead.
Has he surpassed Kanye?
No. Oh, no.
No?
No. I don't. The thing is, Kanye I see as creative when it comes to music. Right. Drake is not that creative. He is very good. His beats are always great and popular.
His beats are 40 though.
Yeah, and his beats are 40. But he does have a say. Yeah, you know. I guess
that means that he has
some control over them. But creative wise, no.
I would say success wise, yes.
Success wise, yes. Creative wise, no.
I think that Drake is what Kanye would have been had he not been crazy. Yeah. Success wise. Because Kanye did kind of take over the world at one point. And that was like a short run. Like, he's still, obviously the Yeezys are selling all over the place. Every time Kanye fucking burps, it makes the news.
This is my analogy. Drake songs are like Call of Duty games. They come out every year. There's never a break on a Call of Duty game. They're always pretty good. And you're always going to buy it. You're always going to play it. You're always going to play it and give it a good few months, and then you're going to get tired of it. But once you get tired of it, bam, there's another fucking Call of Duty game. The same thing, like bam, there's another Drake song to hook you.
I agree with that take. And this is coming, like, you know, season 1 listeners know, I was like a day one Drake fan. Like, I was listening to Drake while he was in Degrassi.
Yes. You're the big hipster of Drake.
Yeah, I was like that was like my thing for a while. Like, I like all these artists before they get famous.
Yeah, I tell you, you were the Drake. You were the hipster.
Because I was like that with Bino, and I can't even tell you how proud like every time I see somebody that I've like championed since they were a lesser known act and they blow up, I love that shit. Shit gets my dick hard.
Oh, of course. There's a lot of artists in which like I see grow up and it makes you proud. And even then you hate people liking them. It's like, that's my baby. That's my baby.
I actually cut that off because, like, who the fuck cares if you listen to someone first? You know what I mean?
Because you grow up. Yeah, you grow up now. That's it. But
I will agree with you. And this is like, I have to give the backstory that I'm a big Drake fan. I don't think that his peak was ever as good as Kanye's. Because, like, I like Drake songs. I've replayed Drake songs. I've had Drake songs that I've played like 10 times on repeat. But I can't think of a Drake album that I loved as much as My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, because it touched on everything. You know me, I like my activism shit from time to time, and it had that.
It did have that.
It had that. I like my braggadocious shit from time to time. It had that. Blame Game. I don't think Drake's ever made a song as good as Blame Game.
Blame Game was probably the best song in that entire album. Oh my God.
Becky, look at her butt. No,
it wasn't that. No. With the bezels? That Twister had that shit on the sauce. I remember. But yeah, and that's our conclusion, I guess, to the whole Kanye West thing. We love his music.
We don't like him as a person.
I
personally, Josh has already listened to it. I personally will not listen to this new album. If it's played around me, I will listen to, obviously, because I'm not going to fucking cover my ears like a child.
I listen to it to be critical.
Yeah. I just don't want to give him the streams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think my personal streams are going to make a difference. I don't know. I feel like he's hit a point. I will not tolerate supporting Donald Trump.
I definitely agree with that.
A lot of people will be like, oh, but that's his opinion.
Yeah. I know a lot of people
have better opinions.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who told me specifically that they would not listen to Kanye West's song because they were not going to give him those streams.
Yeah. I'm not doing it.
I just said, I'm going to listen to it.
To critique?
Yeah, just to critique. Just to know what I'm talking about. And I do host a podcast.
Yeah.
So I have to.
I feel like I came in here unprepared because of it.
Yeah.
I was talking to Talia about it. I was like, Josh wants to talk about the album. She's like, are you going to listen to it? And I was like, no.
I wanted to just smash the album.
My fear is, honestly,
what?
I feel like I'm going to like it if I listen to it. And I don't want to.
It's not like as a fan.
I think he makes good music. I
will not
lie about that. I will not.
It's not his best work, but it's not bad.
Yeah, just because I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna lie on you. You know what I mean? So I don't like Kanye. I think he makes amazing music, and I'm not supporting it because I'm sure I'm gonna like it.
Yeah. Guilty pleasures.
Guilty fucking pleasures.
Guilty pleasures. But yeah, the whole Drake thing.
So let's talk about a little bit of drama that's been going on.
A lot of drama.
Ooh.
Well, it's the whole beef, the whole SoundCloud beef thing. It's come back. It's come back, and Drake has released another freestyle.
Duppy.
Yeah, it was.
So we'll talk. There's a lot's gone on. I'll give a little bit of backstory on this beef. Pusha T, who actually is basically Kanye's right-hand man on Good Music. He's the president of Good Music. Kanye basically like fell back from the executive duties to focus on fashion. Mm-hmm. So he gave the reins over to Pusha T. They've been working together for a really long time. Pusha T used to write a lot of his songs back when Kanye's verses had more depth. Because Push he's a great writer, man. He's been in the game for 20 years.
He was a ghostwriter, as he would say.
Yeah. He had problems with Lil Wayne a couple years ago. And it should also be noted that Drake and Kanye have never had they've had a very weird relationship. Yeah. All throughout their careers, where when Kanye produced a song on Drake's first album, and there was a rumor about at one point he was like, "Oh, I don't want 40 in the room when I'm making beats because he's gonna steal my shit."
All right.
And then you had Drake throwing shots at I Watch the Throne. It was about the time where Drake was gearing himself to become the biggest rapper in the world, which I think it's safe to say he is. Mm-hmm. Around that time, Pusha had beef with Lil Wayne, and then he came out with Exodus. I can't remember the fucking verse, but he came at Lil Wayne and Drake. Then Drake threw like subliminal shots. Then the ghostwriting thing happened, and Pusha T the beef kind of resurfaced at that point. Yeah. And Pusha T was like, you don't write your own shit, you can't call yourself the best. Drake started throwing more shots. I think it was 2 birds, 1 stone. Mm-hmm. He threw some bars at Pusha, claiming Pusha T, his whole thing throughout his career, and I know people like it. I criticize him on this because I like a wide array of musicality from my artist. Yeah. And Pusha T is a very good rapper, only ever raps about selling cocaine.
That's
his thing. And
his name is Pusha.
Yeah, and I hate it. I don't know. I think he's very good at it. But you have not sold cocaine in at least 20 years, bro. Yeah. Stop it. You know
I
what
agree
I mean?
with that, yeah.
But that's beside the point. Drake releases 2 birds, 1 stone. His aim is amazing. That was the lyric. Mm-hmm. Pusha T drops Infrared on his new album. Should be noted, before that song where he disses Drake. Yeah. I think the lyric was, it was written. He claimed it was written, but Quentin wrote it, something like that. I don't remember. But Kanye produced the entire album, and the song right before Infrared was called "What Would Meek Do," featuring Kanye West. So I think Drake took exception to that. In comes Duppy Freestyle. Yeah. Great song. I know we're gonna get into a lot of things have changed. Yeah, yeah, things have changed. We're gonna take it one step at a time.
Yeah, we're gonna start with the Duppy.
Duppy Freestyle. A Duppy is a Jamaican slang for a ghost. Yeah. And I think this is a play on words, addressing the ghostwriting, and also saying that he's gonna turn Pusha and maybe by proxy Kanye into ghosts.
Yeah. I guess.
How did you feel about Duppy?
Well, it's a freestyle. He's never been bad at freestyling. Like, that's one thing I could say about Drake. He did it with the whole Meek Mill situation, which was great. After that, Meek Mill didn't say a word.
This is one thing I'll say. I think Drake's lyricism is maybe the most underrated lyricism in the game, because like he's a pop star. Well. He's a pop star.
Yeah.
So he's always making the hit. He's always making, like, he came out with God's Plan, and then what's the name of that song where he sampled Lauryn Hill, the one Nice for What?
Yeah.
So those two songs went back to back #1. Like that, like he's a pop megastar.
Yeah, he's a pop megastar, yes.
But the man can rap, and he can rap with the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
I throughout my years, everyone's been like, "Oh, he don't want no smoke with Kendrick." I've questioned that, because I think Drake would give Kendrick a run for his money lyrically. I think Drake is very gifted lyrically. He just does pop music because that makes the most money.
That's a different
Jay-Z
conversation for another time.
I don't think Kendrick's that good a rapper. I don't. You know this.
I know what you think.
I think Kendrick makes amazing music, but if you can name me one bar from Kendrick that was like,
we had this conversation years ago.
Yeah, not on the podcast.
Not on the podcast, yeah. So we're bringing it back.
If you can name me one fucking bar from Kendrick, man, he ain't never had no static. He doesn't have no beef.
Yeah,
I've never seen him battle test. I don't know. I question Kendrick. I think Drake is underrated. We'll talk about the fact he is losing right now, but we'll get into that. Duppy as a standalone song, great, great. You did what you had to do. You addressed the Quentin Miller rumors, which I think are largely overblown. I think he did get help from Quentin. I don't think Quentin wrote those songs.
You probably got a lot of help.
What happened was around that time there was a transition being made into more of a trap style of rapping. Mm-hmm. I think Drake, to begin with, had trouble catching that cadence, catching that flow. Yeah. So he had someone come in to basically tutor him on how to rap like that. Because it will be noted, Drake has been trying to rap like a Migos-ish type of flow for a while, and now he is very good at it now. Yeah,
but it takes help. When you get to that level of stardom, you have those connections now to make your project better. So having people come in and helping you and write stuff and stuff, like it's just if anything, putting you on a direction in which you want to go. And so I never saw that as a bad thing ever.
To me, and you and I agree. Josh and I are very collaborative when it comes to music. I feel like Josh, he makes a lot of standalone music because he makes more music than I do.
Yeah, I get bored.
Yeah, but on the occasions that I'm here, he's like showing me, like, I help him. He's helped me on basically everything I've done, because he's a lot more of a producer than I am as well. So Josh.
Yeah, I would like to agree with that.
Lyrics,
like producer wise, I can write a song in my sleep.
Yeah.
But lyrics wise, I can't find a fucking flow for shit.
And that's more my.
And then you get Steven, who's great at writing, and he can find that flow.
I'm good at words.
Yes, good at words, and you're good at flow.
I'm good at flow. Yeah, I'd give myself that. I might as well start rapping.
Yeah, and I am terrible at those things.
But. Fuck, what were we saying?
But the compare with the whole collaboration.
Right, with Quentin Miller.
Yeah.
I do not think that it was like, okay, I don't know how to make good music anymore. Someone can write these songs for me. Because, like, if I found out that someone wrote Duppy, that would be a blow for me for him as a lyricist.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's lyricism. To me, 10 Bands and Know Yourself were flow songs. They were fun songs, you know?
A lot of people just like those.
Yeah, like, I don't think he was trying to prove how well he can rap in those songs. I think he was just trying to make a different type of song.
Yeah.
Because I, if you remember, before that, like, when that album came out, everyone was like, yo, I like this Drake. Like, he's more rappy.
Because out of nowhere, he's not singing. He's trappy.
Yeah.
It was a whole trap thing. He was trying to embrace the whole trap thing.
Yeah.
And he came out with that whole flow, which is not a regular flow for him. Never. So, yeah, he's going to need some help on that. Because before that, he had... what was that album before?
Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing Was the Same
was like New York rap. It was like...
Yeah, it was flowy and New York rap, and then probably he started to like release his hard side.
And then
Worst.
Motherfuckers never loved us. Which I think that song aged very well.
Yeah.
When that song first came out, I didn't like it at all. But I think that song aged well. Side point, we're gonna go back. He credited Quentin on every single song that Quentin helped write on.
Yeah.
I think it was 5 songs on the album. So it's not, to me, that's not ghostwriting if you're crediting him. Like if you're saying, no, this guy helped me write the songs.
It's more of a collab.
He actually also wrote a thank you note when the album came out. It seems like I'm an obsessed fan, but I just have a really weird memory. You know this about me.
It's
like
both.
I remember things I'm supposed to remember. I'm not very good at remember, but like random things like this, I remember with extreme detail.
I know, it's called bar facts.
So when the album came out, he released a like thank you list of people who helped him, maybe in a mental state or like actually with the album. And Quentin Miller was the last person he thanked on that. He had actually his own line.
Yeah.
So he never hid the fact that there was a person named Quentin Miller and that person was helping him. Mm-hmm. The thing is though, if you don't come out and say it, if someone else says it, and we'll touch on that again because I think that has a lot to do with what's going on now.
Yeah.
If you don't come out and own what's happening, if someone else says it, they can spin whatever narrative on it.
That's true.
So once Meek found out, he spun the narrative of Drake doesn't write his own music. And that stuck. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think Drake should have been a little more forthcoming about that. A little more. Cause I don't think
prepared himself. But the thing is, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. And then here we are.
And then, so Drake drops Duppy. He sends an onslaught of very clever, thought out bars. Mm-hmm. Again, Drake's a good rapper. Social media goes crazy because this song came out, from my understanding, the day that Daytona came out.
Yes, like legit the same fucking day.
Yeah. So it was like, wow, he's prepared. And what I've also said, Drake's had this like the cloud of being soft around him. Mm-hmm. When if you really look at it, there's not been a modern rapper that's been more about the lyrical static than Drake. Like if you go at him, Kendrick's been gone at a little. And Kendrick sends subs. Like, he's never actually beefed with anyone.
Yeah.
J. Cole, the only rapper he actually beefed with was Lil Xan. You know?
Yeah, that was the funniest ever.
Yeah, like...
It's like, stop it. Just stop it.
Drake's really been the guy. Like, he's like, yo, if you're gonna test me, we can do this. But then, the story of Adidon came out.
Oh, my God. That, I heard too many times. Because it's like Pusha T pushed all the buttons.
Yeah.
He was like,
to a T.
Yeah.
He pushed them to a T.
You fucking crossed he dotted his I's, crossed his T's, and everything. So much things that people did not know. I
knew some of them.
Yeah, of course, because you're Mirez, and you are either obsessed or just a good fan.
No, I don't know. I feel like I keep up.
It's times.
Keep up, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. But yeah.
So, the story of Adidon comes out. And this is, again, another case of if you control the narrative, it won't be spun against you. So, a year ago, rumors came out that Drake got a pornographic model. She's not a porn star because she's never actually had sex on camera, but it's a lot of like twerking and like oil butt kind of things,
like nudists.
Yeah. He got her pregnant.
Okay.
This story came out a year ago. Mm-hmm. And then out of nowhere it dropped. There's a reason for that, because apparently when Drake, he had her take a paternity test, and when it came out that it was when he found out that it was his kid, he had her sign an NDA.
Okay.
And like everyone was wondering at that point, does Drake have a kid? It comes out that, and Pusha T, he says this himself, Drake, I don't know if you know this, he was signed with Brand Jordan. Like, he had his own OVO Jordans and everything. Yeah. He recently broke that, like, he fulfilled his obligations for that contract, and he's in the process of joining Adidas. And his line in Adidas is gonna be called Adidon.
Okay.
and his son's name is Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
So that was going to be his way of telling the world, I have a son.
Yeah.
So he was already planning on it, but again, if you don't control the narrative, it will be controlled for you.
And it got out of control.
And the moment when Pusha T found out, which I'm sure people in the industry know, I don't think Drake thought that it would be spun that way. That was a mistake there.
Yeah.
You see? Because the moment Pusha T found out, the narrative was spun that Drake's a deadbeat dad.
Yeah. It got, like I said, it got really out of control. Yeah. Like, it was to the point in which even the mother of the child, like, got into it and started calling him a deadbeat dad.
No, that was apparently a pinned tweet from like a year ago.
Okay.
I'm not sure. It's just the screenshot started surfacing, and again, if you don't control the
narrative,
it's
gonna surface. Everything just went out of control, and to the point in which you couldn't really control it. So you just got
a couple bit of loose information before I get to like the other big thing that kind of hurt him, because he, again, not controlling the narrative. So he comes at his mom and his dad, and there was a brutal little lyric in there about like your father left you, that's a hell of a dad move. Sandy, I think that's his mom's name. I'm not sure. Is it Sandy?
Something like that.
Something with an S. She couldn't keep a man around, and if she's always coming in last place, how could you be a winner? Like digging at him,
like shit.
Yeah. Like, and really coming
at him. Like, right after that, he was like, you're also about to lose your producer.
Yeah, your producers, he has multiple scoliosis, something like that?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah. He's sick.
Yeah.
And he might die.
Yeah.
So
he went in.
And obviously after that, there was also the big reveal of Drake in blackface, which was also the cover to the
whole thing,
track, and again, it turns out that the actual story is not as bad as the narrative.
It's the whole struggle with the black actors and stuff back then.
The story is that there's a clothing line in Canada called Two Black Men or something like that. And their whole thing is a play on the Jim Crow era. Like, that's their whole clothing brand.
Yeah.
And Drake, when he was trying to get work as an artist, he was like, oh wow, like because a lot of people don't know about this, but Drake, when he was trying to start as a rapper, he started trying the conscious rap first.
Yeah. Like,
that was his thing. He was like a huge Big Brother fan. He was like the look at how deep I am kind of rap. Quickly found out that didn't work for him.
No.
Switched over to commercial rap. And that's why he doesn't really talk about those things anymore.
Yeah. And he like literally never talks about those things anymore. Because people don't want to hear it sometimes. Especially the pop song.
Because they don't.
Yeah.
Like, if honestly.
Yeah.
Listen, like, I live in the Bronx. I know maybe some people listening to this live in fucking Wisconsin and shit. So you listen to Kendrick. You listen to J. Cole. If J. Cole doesn't have like a pop-ish song out, no one's listening to it. Exactly. It's just niggas on the internet sharing it.
Yeah. Some guy on Tumblr just sharing it here and then on SoundCloud.
And if you're in the industry of music for the purpose of money, then it won't behoove you to make that kind of music unless you're Kendrick. But then Kendrick is an anomaly. Kendrick is not the rule. Kendrick is an exception.
Yeah.
He just so happened that his music is so creatively intact that you can't ignore it.
Yeah.
Whether he's talking about fucking the plight of a black man or the life in America or the state of the world, you can't ignore it because he's a good musician.
Yeah, there's two deep rappers and that's it. There's two deep rappers. There's J. Cole. And then there's Kendrick, and
which
that's
I think,
it. I know. Opinions.
You know how I feel about J.
Cole. But in this industry alone,
I would say random, because this is another thing that came out. KOD came out. Yeah. J. Cole. Well, I actually really like that album.
You did? I actually didn't listen to it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It grew on me. When I first heard it, I was like, it's good. It's okay. But the more I listened to it, I was like, wow. Like what he did there.
Yeah, a lot of people probably don't know this, and probably a lot of people do. I'm not a fan of J. Cole. Like,
and you know why?
And
for this reason.
Yeah.
J. Cole in this album it was satirical, but he did a lot of trap music.
Okay.
He did a lot of trap style music. He was trying to show. I think the J. Cole fans were like, "Oh, he's trying to show how easy it is." Nah. He got with the time. Stop it. Stop trying to act like.
And that's the whole reason why I didn't listen to it before. Is like I love rap, but like there's a whole commercial sense of it, and I need to listen to it. Yeah. And I know a lot of people they're like really hating me right now. It's like, why would you say that? What kind of person are you that you're not listening to J. Cole? I don't have time to listen to J. Cole rap about anything.
J. Cole raps. He does rap about serious things.
Yeah,
but it's never been groundbreaking. Like he's never rapped about something that's like, oh wow, that's the first time I've heard someone rap about that.
Exactly.
It was, I think the one time he did was when he made a song about a woman getting an abortion, and then from like the man's perspective, and that was very, very deep, very innovative. But that was the one time he did it.
Yeah.
Since then, his music has been him talking about losing his virginity at the age of 31. Like I'm not saying he lost his virginity at 31. I'm saying him as a 31-year-old man rapped about losing his virginity as a teenager, which to me was cringe-worthy. Like I can't tell you how weird I found that.
He was like, "This is creative," and I'm like, ah.
And then he had the song, like for instance, he ruined "Come Through and Chill."
Yeah.
I like that song.
He had the whole beginning though.
And then no, bro, but
he had the whole beginning.
Miguel, being the thoughtful man he is, released 2 versions, one without J. Cole and one.
Lord.
Yeah.
That's another thing that people are gonna hate me because
the song "Come Through and Chill" is about sex. And
yeah,
I don't know if I should
say it.
Yeah. So Talia and I, we have a sex playlist. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. We all do.
And that song was on it, and then like that song came on, and this motherfucker talking about oppression and shit in a song about sex. Like, why do I need to know?
Stop it.
Manipulate.
I know that's the whole thing. Why I can't. I understand. There's a good message. Whatever. I'm trying to listen to music. You gotta have to catch me, and I just can never get into J. Cole. I respect what he's doing as an artist. Keep fighting the good fight. Spread the good word. Yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. Yeah. I just can't listen to your music.
And I know we went on a huge.
I will listen to it.
Listen to KOD. It's a good album. It's
I'm gonna listen to it.
He took himself a lot less seriously in this one.
All right, good. Jesus.
And I think that's a thing that a lot of artists need to do. I think Kendrick did that with. He started doing that with Untitled Unmastered. No one ever thought that Kendrick would release a song like DNA.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I thought it was all gonna be like jazz shit.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like you gotta get with the time. You gotta stop pretending. Stop having this like high and mighty attitude about music. It's music. It's to a certain extent, music was made to be enjoyed.
Yes, it's a message, whatever.
Yeah, a message. Yeah, but you can have a message in a good song. This is America.
Exactly.
This is America, for instance.
Exactly. That's the whole reason with the J. Cole thing.
You can have a message in a sonically appealing song. And I think J. Cole is starting to get that. I think Kendrick's music has always been sonically appealing, but I think he was trying to do the deep rapper thing.
Yeah, for a while. And now he's got.
Now he's
mesh.
Still doing. He's meshing it. Yeah, it's a very good mesh.
It's a good mesh.
It's like I'm still the deep rapper, but let's have a little fun here.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I enjoy Damn.
Yeah, DNA is a deep song, really. I'm dancing to that shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's been in the clubs all fucking year.
Yeah. So I know we went off on a tangent.
Yeah, that was just me to complain about the whole reason why I don't like J. Cole. I like J. Cole. The whole reason why I can't get into J. Cole. Sorry,
there you go.
That's a better thing.
Because you can't say you don't like J. Cole, bro.
Because I like J. Cole.
Because then niggas are gonna say that you're niggas, they're gonna insult your intelligence.
I know.
They're gonna say that
I'm gonna get all of Tumblr, Twitter, I think and that's Instagram
so
on me.
Stupid, bro.
I know.
That's like the thing with J. Cole fans. Like, if you don't like J. Cole, you're not intelligent. You're not like.
Yep, I'm gonna get my ass handed after this is released, but it's okay. Bring it on, more publicity.
Share our shit.
Share our shit, like it, make us popular. Yeah. But on a tangent, we're gonna go right back into the whole Pusha T shit.
So the blackface happened. And Drake explained it. Again, he explained it after the fact.
He explained it a little too late. And not a lot of people are gonna understand or believe if you try to explain something when something comes out and it gets out of control.
If someone else tells you something, it's harder to be like, wait, no, he's lying.
It's good to nip things in the butt.
Pusha T came in like he's spilling tea.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he's like, I got the dirt on this motherfucker.
That's exactly what he did. He fucking spilled everything.
When really, honestly, truly, people lie.
Yeah.
And you could tell, like, I could find out something about you, and I could spin it however the fuck I want. Now it's up to you to negate it.
Exactly.
Good luck, motherfucker.
Well,
you know?
That's where the media comes in.
So I'm sure Pusha T knew that the blackface photo wasn't him, like, trying to...
Yeah, of course.
To glorify blackface, but that's the narrative. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
He just put it out there. He knew that people were going to react to it to a certain way.
Even
I was shocked too. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, when I saw that shit, I was like, I can't believe it. But Pusha T also knew that Drake was in his son's life. Mm-hmm. Because, again, he's the one who said, he was going to reveal his son through the clothing line. So he knew that. It was just, you haven't revealed your son yet.
Yeah.
So now I get to tell people that you're not gonna reveal your son.
You just spoiled everything, pretty much.
Yeah. And Drake was not prepared for that.
He was not. That's one thing that social media has gotten out of hand in creating memes about this entire situation, because, again, he did not control the narrative. He really didn't. And the thing. It got out of hand, and he put himself in a situation in which he was... I wouldn't even know what to do. Yeah. I don't even think he might come out with another...
I think he will. Think so? Because the thing is that I think Drake was out. What's the word that I'm? Strategized.
Yeah.
But I think Drake and his team are maybe the most strategic team in hip hop, maybe history, maybe outside of Jay-Z. But, you know, like the way with the ghostwriting and the way back to back flip the narrative, I think, again, he has a very talented team. I'm sure he will come back from this.
Yeah, I see it happening.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure
it's gonna take a little while.
And I actually don't think it will. I actually think it's as simple as releasing another diss track.
Yeah. And I think it'll be,
and then releasing your album, and then after you reveal your son, after your son is out there and you play the good dad role for a month, it's gone. It's gone.
It is gone. I mean, I don't even listen to back. I haven't even heard of back to back for a while.
Because
but if he does release something, it's gonna be more of a readdressing every single situation.
No, I don't pretty much. I don't think he needs to, like, if he releases a song where he's coming on the defensive, he lost.
No, I don't think he's gonna defend himself. I think he's just gonna be like, yeah, whatever. That's me. Yeah. Whatever. Like let's reflect back to 8 Mile. The movie.
I am white. Yeah, I am a fucking bum.
Exactly.
I do live in a trailer with my mom.
Exactly. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot like that. So I feel like.
I think he needs to give him 2 4 bars. Mm-hmm. 3 bars is like a weird.
Yeah, like
out of nowhere. I don't know where you stop and switch. Yeah. So give him maybe 4 bars of addressing that.
Yeah.
But I think in the social media era, people want shots. People don't want to see you defending yourself. Mm-hmm. They want to see, all right, acknowledge it, clarify, but now you're back on this nigga's ass. Yeah. And that's what I think people want to see. That's the only way. I think this song is, like, this beef is going to be, if he spins it the right way, which I don't know what the right way is.
Me neither. But I don't know. Like,
if there's anyone that I think will come up with the right way, is the OVO camp and the Adidas camp.
Yeah.
Because the Adidas stands to lose so much money if Drake.
So they're gonna push Drake, and then Drake's gonna be like, hey guys, let's go.
Yeah. So I think they're helping him.
Yeah.
In that sense, but this stands to benefit Drake in the long run, because when Drake beefed with Meek, it was always like, all right, you beef with Meek, but Meek was never a top tier lyricist. Meek was the energy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the guy who just screams.
Your voice does not match your face. Stop it.
Pusha T, though. Pusha T was always known as the lyrics guy.
One thing that I'm going to say about this entire beef thing, and it's always been like this, even when back then when they had beefs, it's good publicity. Yeah. It's really good.
It is.
It's amping...
People haven't stopped talking about Drake.
Yeah, and Pusha T.
Yeah.
Daytona is literally one of the biggest listening albums on Spotify.
I actually don't think it's going to help Pusha T very much, because we still live in a "what have you done for me lately" era, and I think that this beef, I envision it ending in a stalemate.
Yeah.
And I think a stalemate. I think Pusha T, if Drake didn't have his celebrity to help, like, because it's part of it, you know, like you can't deny the fact that he is maybe the biggest celebrity in the world.
Yeah, like if it's not like Pusha T is like coming out of like coming at 50 Cent, and 50 Cent's like, come on, man, I'm chilling. Yeah.
So I think Pusha T he's gonna get the win from the hip hop heads, but I think Drake's he's gonna bounce back. He's gonna come out with 1 or 2 more diss songs.
Nah,
they're gonna be good songs because Drake makes good music.
I feel like none of these guys are gonna lose the popularity. If anything, Pusha T gained popularity, and then Drake still has his shit.
But the thing is that I think Pusha T is gonna lose that popularity that he gained.
You think so?
Because again, I think that we live in a microwave era. And once Pusha T, like in 3 weeks, people are gonna stop listening to Daytona.
Oh, of course.
Because that happened. Even with Drake, I think the most lifespan Drake's album is gonna have is like a month, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a month and a half if it's like really good. But at one point, people are gonna stop talking about Pusha T versus Drake, especially if he comes back the way I think he should come back. And then Pusha T is gonna go back to being like the hardcore drug selling rapper, and there's not really much of a place for that in today's music. So I think order will be restored in like 3-4 months. Like everything will go back to normal.
Yeah. What I have to say is, right now, if you're either Drake or Pusha T, like I know that Pusha T already came out with the album, but it's a good time to drop an album because right now those two people are the most talked. Right now, so regardless if it like fades away in the future,
it's gonna do well for Daytona.
It's gonna do well right now
for Daytona,
and then when Scorpion comes out, which is a weird name, you should have.
I think Scorpion because he's a Scorpio.
Yeah, but I thought it was gonna be called Scary Hours.
I thought so too.
That was a better fucking title.
I think he changed it to Scorpion because another tidbit that came out. Apparently Drake's son was born the same day that Drake, like they share a birthday, which is so cool when that happens.
That's cute.
Like I know a couple people.
I'll be pissed though. I'm like,
it's
my birthday.
Like for instance, Lucas and his mom share a birthday.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
So I think it's so cool when that happens.
But then competition when you get older. It's like, Mom, it's me, not you.
Yeah, I would hate that shit.
Yeah.
Like, because my birthday stops being my birthday. My birthday is now this little
Well, your birthday's a holiday, so no one really remembers your birthday anyway.
That is very true.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Very true.
Anyways, on that note,
she told me she's gonna hit you up because you guys are gonna plan my birthday.
Okay, I'm the best birthday planner. Ask anybody in this entire ecosystem of friends of mine.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah, I told her about that time that Daphne and I tried to plan
you guys are really bad at it, but it's very meaningful. I won't even
say where. I'm gonna throw all the blame on Daphne. I'm gonna do it because I don't think I dropped the ball there, man. I feel like she like the whole time she's like dropping little hints.
She dropped the ball hardcore. Yeah, she did.
I'm throwing you under the bus.
So the surprise was spoiled.
Hi, Daphne.
But also you're very bad at surprises too, because last year's birthday was given up by
bro,
it's in Philly, and you were like, bro, oh damn, I thought we were supposed to have a party. I'm like, a party? You're like, oh, bye. Oh, now you know, and then you hang up. But the thing is, I didn't expect there to be a party, even after knowing that. So the surprise,
because they pushed it back, because that's the thing, that they ended up still having the party, but the day that it was supposed to be
was like on my birthday.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
No.
And then like when it happened, I was already on vacation. Yeah. When I went to the cruise.
Which is why I wasn't like, which is why I was super surprised, because I'm like, oh, it's not gonna happen. Steven's he's in Vegas.
Yeah. And I guess I was part of the surprise. Like Steven, we're gonna have him be the miss.
Yeah.
What's the word that I'm looking for? He's gonna distract him.
Yeah, you
misinformation.
Yeah, even though you did like spoil it a little.
A little. Sorry about that, Daphne.
Anyways. That's your birthday.
July 4th, by the way.
Give him my number.
Send me money on Cash App.
On Cash App.
I've been seeing people on Twitter. That's like the new thing. Like everyone's like dropping their Cash App.
Cash Apps.
And I made a Cash App.
Oh, that's nice. just quick pay me. That's what.
Shout out to that. We can get is there anything you want to address more in the music?
No.
Whether it be Kanye, Drake.
All of this is good media stuff, and every album's gonna sell really hard. But
I think we should expect more music. Kanye is apparently supposed to come out with another album soon.
Yeah, I heard that too.
With Kid Cudi this time. And it's going to be called Kids See Ghosts.
That's going to be pretty good. But I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been out here a while.
Yeah, it's dark outside.
We went through like half of the subjects. We haven't been doing this for a while, guys.
Yeah.
That means we have more to talk about in the coming weeks.
Of course. This is good.
Well,
good
obviously, this has been the Bronx Project Podcast. Before we go, we want to give you a quick reminder. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Get our names tattooed on your skin.
Wear our flag. Wear it as a banner. Yeah. Drive around.
Tell your mom about it.
Tell your dad about it.
Tell your boyfriend and or girlfriend about it.
Tell your baby mama about it, and also tell your baby about it.
Yeah, and be in your kid's life, because apparently, if you're not, you're a deadbeat. Not apparently, obviously. Shout out Julio.
It's not that wrong though. But yeah,
this is the Bronx Project Podcast. I am Mirez,
and I'm Earl Gray,
and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, peace.